We're going to make our lobster sauce now. Once again, we're going to make it the new way, not the classic way. We don't cook with any starch. It's very simple, very straightforward. Just a few ingredients, and we're looking for the pure essence of the lobster. I'm making the new mirepoix, which starts with the mushroom. Once again, I do not wash the mushrooms. I just peel the outside. Take off the peeling so it doesn't brown in my sauce. And use a spoon, just get rid of the gills, the inside, the dark part of the mushroom. Just cut that up. We've got our pan here with our extra virgin olive oil. We have the mushroom, the white part of the leek, and the shallot. That's our mirepoix. We cook that gently. We don't want the heat to be too high because we don't want it to brown. A little white pepper, a little salt. And we used scallops before. This time we're going to use lobster. What I have here is just the head of the lobster that I've cut and I've cleaned out. I don't want any liver or any roe or anything like that in the lobster. And that's what we're going to use to make our lobster sauce. Just the heads. You can have the legs as well if you want those in there. Add those in there. We're going to cover it lightly and wait for the lobster to cook. The lobster shell, you'll know when it's done when it starts to turn pink. Okay, let's see how this is doing. See the lobster shells turning color here. Ah, it's a beautiful orange now. We'll let them cook on the other side for a couple of minutes. We're going to add just a little bit of tomato paste. Tomato paste will help with the color. It also gives a slight acidity to the sauce, makes it taste a little bit better. A little bit of acid in everything that you do makes the flavors come out more. Now all we're going to do is cover this with heavy cream. And like the scallop sauce, we're just going to let it gently simmer. We don't want to boil it because boiling makes cream chalky. And then we'll strain it and we'll have this pure essence of lobster. Either put it on the stove, cook it really slowly, or we'll put it in the oven. All we're going to do now is strain that and reduce it like we did with the scallop. And again, we don't want to push anything through. Look at that beautiful pink color. We'll add it to our pan and reduce it. What's so good about these style sauces? The flavor is so pure and so simple. It only requires the addition of a few different ingredients to make it taste fantastic. And you only need to put a small amount on whatever you're having. Okay, so we're reducing our lobster sauce here. You know, we had the lobster heads, we had our new style mirepoix, which was shallots, mushrooms, and leeks. Now, if we were to reduce this with the lobster heads and the mirepoix in there, those small pieces of protein and other impurities, they would get reduced. They would become smaller and smaller. They would make the sauce not as smooth on your tongue, and they would get more and more bitter, and you would have these off flavors. So that's why we got to make sure we gently simmer the product. We get rid of all the protein, all of the impurities out of there through the straining process. It's also why we don't push anything through the strainer. And then we just simply let it reduce on its own to the consistency that we want.